What is going on, Laker fans? Thank you very much for being a part of Lakers Talk Daily. Please subscribe to our ESPN LA YouTube channel here. Got a couple things I want to preview here before the Lakers take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. So that game coming up. We'll start the pregame show in just a couple of hours or so. And then tip-off will be at 5 o'clock today. So got a couple updates this morning I'm going to throw out to Laker fans here. It looks like Woj had put this tweet out. The Lakers expected to bring guard Russell Westbrook off the bench versus Minnesota tonight, allowing him to play more as a primary playmaker for the second unit. So love to see Russ come off the bench. I'm sure there's a lot of Laker fans that would like to see Russ come off the bench. If there's any chance, any way, Russell Westbrook can be still an asset for the Lakers being on the floor. I don't think it's going to come the way that they've used him so far. I don't think it's going to come with LeBron James, Anthony Davis on the floor together. It seems like he's got to have the ball in his hand. He's got to be a primary ball handler. I think there's a lot of things that Russ needs to still be an asset for the Lakers. Maybe those days are long gone and, you know, what you got is what you got. However, I like the idea of Russ coming off the bench, so it looks like that's what's going to happen today. Woj did mention one other thing after he sent out that tweet. He said Westbrook's status could be impacted by Anthony Davis, who is a game-time decision, still dealing with some back issues. If Davis is out, that could keep Westbrook in the starting lineup. So, Laker fans, I'm a fan of keeping Russ coming off the bench. I'm a fan of using Russ specifically based off of performance. So if Russ is playing well, keep him in the damn game. If he's struggling and he's not playing well, then it's okay to have him on the sidelines. Whether he's playing 15 minutes a night or 30 minutes a night, let it be dictated on how his performance is going. So we'll keep an eye out on what the Lakers do on that front. The other part of this that Woj put out there, that AD a game-time decision. So this will be the fifth game of the Lakers. He obviously went down hard on his back in the second game against the Los Angeles Clippers. And, you know, let's just be honest with each other. Anytime that you see AD as a game-time decision, or he's probable or he's doubtful, whatever the case is, it makes you think of the last 2 years. And if we're going into the fifth game of the year and that already is a question mark for Anthony Davis, that's just incredibly discouraging. You know, obviously you want to see that guy out there. Every conversation we have about the Lakers is about what? We always say, if LeBron is healthy, if Anthony Davis is healthy. They've both been in each one of these first four games. The Lakers are sitting at 0-4. What happens if you miss AD? What happens if AD misses 5 games or 2 games or 7 games or 10 games or whatever the case is? So that part is always a concern. And, you know, it just kind of takes you back to what the last couple of years have been like for the Lakers. And if Russ or if Anthony Davis misses some time, I don't know what else to tell you. Obviously, you worry about it from there. So we'll see what happens with Anthony Davis and his game-time decision. About tonight's game, so Lakers playing the Timberwolves. If you don't know much about the Timberwolves this year, they're sitting at 3-2 on the season. They've played nobody. Now, I think they've played nobody. The Thunder not expected to make any noise this year. The Spurs not expected to make any noise this year. And the Jazz not expected to make any noise this year. They're 3-2. They split 2 games against the Spurs. They split, or they won both games against the Thunder, and then they lost their only matchup to the Jazz. Minnesota on paper, it's a better team. They're a stock that's going up. The Lakers, that's a stock that's going in the opposite direction. Now, can something change for one night? Of course it can. We see it all the time in the NBA. So I obviously wouldn't be shocked or surprised if the Lakers could pull out a W. But I can also tell you that Minnesota will be up for this game. They'll be excited for this game. Chris Finch, their head coach, will have them ready. They will treat this game, because it's the Lakers coming to Minnesota and they only go there twice a year, they'll treat it like it's a playoff game. It's a tough putt for the Lakers. However you look at it, any one of these games are incredibly tough. I think the Lakers will have their hands full. And if Anthony Davis does not play, that's even a bigger issue there. So it's a quick 2-game road trip for the Lakers. They already lost one in Denver. They got a chance to redeem themselves tonight against the Minnesota Timberwolves. If you don't win tonight, you're 0-5 going into Sunday's game at Crypto against the Denver Nuggets. Laker fans, you got any comments you want to put on here? You like the idea of bringing Russ off the bench. How much concern do you have that AD, already doubtful in a game, or could miss today's game against the Minnesota Timberwolves? You could react to that as well. And when do you think the Lakers are going to get their first W? Feel free to comment below. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, ESPN LA. I got my own YouTube channel as well if you want to be a part of that. That's Lakers Talk with Alan Sliwa. We appreciate you guys taking the time, and hopefully catch up with you guys soon. Again, Monday through Friday we'll be doing this. Laker fans, have a good rest of your day. Hopefully a W tonight.